Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Drew's Food Reviews. And today I've got another episode of What's for Dinner. And I'm going to turn all this stuff into dinner. So what it's actually going to be is going to be potato salad. I've got some potatoes that I got to peel and cube up and cook. I got some eggs, celery, green onions. I'm using yellow mustard, Miracle Whip, and mayo, and some relish. And I'm going to go ahead and do all that stuff, cut them all up and combine them, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours, let it kind of chill out. And then I'm also going to make, these ones are going to be slow cooker ribs. And basically, I'm going to take these and add them in to the slow cooker and just cook them like that in the slow cooker for a couple hours. I'm going to cook them until they're nice and tender. And I've got some assorted barbecue sauces that I'm going to put on afterwards. I've got a little bit of Jack Daniels. I've got some Sweet Baby Ray's, sweet and spicy. And I got some regular ones that was on sale. But I'm going to go ahead, I'll wait till later to do that. And then you just cook them in the slow cooker until they're tender. And then you don't put any sauce, you don't put any stuff in there, you just let them cook in there. And then you put the barbecue sauce on at the end. You can also, if you want to, after you've cooked them in the slow cooker, you can put them in the oven and bake them and get them a little bit, firmed up. But we'll see how that goes. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I've already boiled the eggs. And I'm going to chop all that up, and I'm going to peel the potatoes, cube them, and then I'm going to put them on to boil. And once I get all this other stuff done, I'll show you what it looks like. So stay tuned. I'll show you how it goes as I progress on the potato salad. Okay, so I have the potatoes boiling. Well, they're set to boil. And the trick with this is you have to cut them large enough and then set them to boil, but don't boil them too long because then they turn into mashed potatoes. So you kind of have to babysit them and watch them. So what I'll do is once this is boiling, I'll kind of watch over it until they're just done in the middle. I'll take like a little fork or a knife and poke it in there and then see if it is least tender in the middle, and then I'll take them off the heat right away, and then you have to kind of cool them down. The other thing you can do is take them right off the heat, put cold water, and then let them chill out, and then go ahead and mix up all the other ingredients. You could also put them in the freezer. You can put them in the refrigerator and let that middle stop cooking, and then you mix all the other ingredients in. But I'm going to go ahead and get this boiling, and hopefully they'll turn out pretty good. So stay tuned. Okay, I got them nice and boiling here, and I'm watching them. I've also cut up the egg and the celery, and I'm going to add that in after the potatoes are boiled and they are cooled down, because I don't want to add in the hot potatoes into the bowl with all the mayo and all that other stuff. So yeah, kind of keeping an eye on these as they boil so they don't get too mushy. But yeah, they're nice slow rolling boil, and I'll keep checking back, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm still boiling them, and what I did is I took out a piece, and I'm gonna cut it. So it cuts pretty easy, so they're pretty much done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back in the pot, and you can see they're nice and boiling. And the thing is they're going to start still cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stove, and I'm going to remove them from the heat, and I'm going to put them in this bowl here and let them cool and chill. And I'm going to drain the water, and then I'll put them in there and let them cool out, because they're still going to cook, and I don't want to get them too soft. So hang on, guys. I'll show you what happens when I take them out. Okay, so I went ahead and drained them. I've got them in here, and you can see they're, if you can see, they're still steaming. And I went ahead and put those in there so you can see the steam. And I'll let that chill out in the bowl for a little while and let them get kind of cool down and stop cooking. And then I'll add that other stuff in. But this has got a little wait to cool down so it doesn't get so hot. And like I said, they're very nice. You can see they're nice and still firm in the middle, but not too mushy. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that cool down and chill out for a little while. So then I'm gonna add this, and I'm gonna add the mayo and the relish and whatever else. It's really up to you on whatever you want to put it, what you like in your potato salad. Some people put in walnuts, some people put in apples, olives. I mean, you know, whatever it is that you like in your potato salad, pimentos, green chilies. I've actually done one. It's a loaded baked potato salad where you take like dill pickle chunks and you throw those in, and then you put in bacon and cheese and sour cream. You could do it that way. I mean, you know, however you like your potato salad. But that's what I'm making, and like I said, I'm letting that cook up, and I'll be back when it's all cooled, and I'm going to combine it, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for several hours to kind of cool and chill. This is actually best if you do it like the night ahead, and then you like let it sit in the refrigerator for a while and kind of chill out and hang out in there. The flavors are much better. The other thing you can do is you can take your hard-boiled egg, and then you can slice it and kind of put it on the top and make it all pretty, and a little paprika on top. But you know, I'm not going to do that. But anyways, there we go. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've drained the potatoes. I've let them sit. They're still a little bit warm. I kind of did like a toss of them. As you can see, they're still firm, but they're still warm. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to let them cool for a little bit longer, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in the egg and the celery. Kind of add that in there. One-handed cooking is tricky. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then here I'm going to try something a little tricky. And I'm not going to be able to toss them, so I'm going to just kind of gently fold the stuff in there. I don't want to break the potatoes up too bad, so kind of getting it straight. And then that's kind of the mix of it. And I'm still letting it cool. And that all set up. I guess you can really toss it. There's also a recipe I've seen for German potato salad where it's like vinegar and it's like a different kind of base. It's like vinegar, and I think they even put like bacon in it. But anyway, that's what that's going. And hang on. Okay, so I got a little bit of relish. Got in here. You don't have to put in relish. You can put in dill pickles. You don't even have to put relish in if you don't want to. I know a lot of people put in pimento, green chilies. You can put in pretty much anything you like. I like a little bit of this is sweet relish. You could put in dill relish if you really wanted. You can make it a little bit different, or you can mix the two. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that in there. So there's that. Here we go. I'm going to do a little bit of mixing on that one. And this is all kind of eyeball. You don't really have to have it measured out. I kind of just eyeball it as, you know, how many potatoes I want to do. I had a 5-pound bag. I didn't do the whole bag. I probably had about 4 or 5 left in the bag, but this is going to make quite a bit. And whenever I make potato salad, I like to make a little bit and have leftovers the next day or next week. But yeah, so there you go. So it's kind of shaping up here, and the next thing I'm going to do, I think, a little bit of mustard. And since the mustard's not hot, you don't have to worry about getting the mustard hot. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the mustard to it, and not a whole lot, just enough to kind of give it a little bit of tang, a little bit of flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there as well. Okay, kind of mix that up a little bit. A little bit more. And this you got to kind of eyeball just as you go. I don't have a definite, ratio of things. It also depends on how soupy or wet you like things. But stay tuned, and I'm going to add the Miracle Whip and the mayo. So hang on. Okay, I added in a little bit of Miracle Whip. I didn't have a whole lot, so it's not going to be a whole lot of Miracle Whip. Kind of mix that up a little bit in there. And I've got so hang on, guys. I got real mayo. I add some of that. Okay, so I add a couple of scoops of that. And it also depends on how wet you like the potato salad. If you like it real like creamy, real full of mayonnaise. Undercover brother. You have to have the mayonnaise. And if you wanted, could even add a little hot sauce, I guess, or hot peppers, jalapenos. Jalapenos would go good in there. Actually, I think I have some. I might add some a little bit. I don't know, maybe after. But I'm going to go ahead and stir this up and let you know what it looks like. Okay, so here it is all mixed up. The other thing you can do is put it in the refrigerator, let it chill and meld and stuff. And you may have to add a little bit of extra mayo, a little bit of relish, a little bit of mustard, however you like it to your flavor. And I'm going to just let this chill out and get chilled. I'll come back in a couple hours and do like a taste test of it and maybe tweak a little bit. And I didn't add any salt, any seasoning, any pepper to it. You can really do that, but I'm not really one for putting salt in potato salad or any kind of, pepper or lemon pepper or anything like that. I think the potato salad is fine on its own, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a lid on it, and I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. And there you go. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna start the ribs in about a couple hours. I got the slow cooker. I'm gonna set it up, and so I'll check back on that. But that's a potato salad ready to go. Okay, so I've got the slow cooker started up, and I'm gonna just put in, I don't think I'm gonna put all these ribs in because they're pretty big, but these are bone in, and I'm not not putting any seasoning or anything like that. I'm just gonna lay it in there, and then the juice will cook it. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay in 1, 2, and I think 3. That'll be plenty. So I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna seal these off and freeze them. These are good size ones. Yeah, I don't think those would fit, so I'm gonna go ahead and seal those up and freeze those. But I've got those going in there, and that's gonna cook for quite a while, probably about 4 hours, and we'll see how it does later. I've got the potato salad in the refrigerator hanging out, so I'll show you what that looks like a little later on. But here we go. Got that in the slow cooker, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it up. So there you go, and that'll cook for a little while. I'm going to go ahead and vacuum pack these and put them in the freezer for another time. Okay, this has been chilling in there for a little bit. I added a little more mayo, a little bit more mustard, and a little bit more relish to it, because I did a little taste test on it. It's still not quite wet, so I like it. I've actually mixed that in there, let it sit in the fridge for a little while, but you can see how the potato salad is nice and chilled. It's been in there for a couple hours, and I went ahead and got those cooking, and I went ahead and sealed up the rest of these. I'm gonna put these in the freezer and get everything else going, and when the ribs are done, I'll show you what they look like. But that's where it's at for right now. Okay, so here is the ribs after they've been cooking for about 4 hours. They've already got lots of juice in them, and I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, and then I'm gonna put barbecue sauce on them. I might actually put them in the oven for a few minutes and kind of get them a little bit more tender, but I think they're fairly, see, they're fairly tender. They're starting to fall off the bone, and you saw how big they were, and they created a lot of juice. So I'm gonna go try the other stuff later, and I'll show you what it looks like with the sauce on it once it's all done. Also, I'm gonna boil some corn to go with it, and I'll show you what everything looks like when it's all done and on the plate. Okay, so what I did is I put the ribs in the oven for a few minutes, and I kind of turned them over, put a little barbecue sauce on them, got them nice and done. Also boiled up some corn on the cob, and I'll show you what the rest of the stuff looks plated up, so hang on. So here's what the ribs look like when they're out of the oven. Okay, so here's everything all done. I made my potato salad. I made some coleslaw as well. Got the corn on the cob, and here's what the rib looks like, and I'm going to hit it with a little more. I got the Sweet Baby Ray's. Hit it with a little more on the top. A little bit of that sauce on the top, and there we go. This is what's for my dinner tonight. It's slow cooker ribs, potato salad, coleslaw, and corn on the cob. So this has been another episode of What's for Dinner, and I'd like to thank you for joining me. And if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and the notification bell, and that way you won't miss any future content or when I have my next dinner video. So until next time, from Drew's Food Reviews, I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and this is What's for Dinner, and I'll talk to you next time. And here we go. And I've got lots of potato salad left over as well, so I'll save you guys a plate. So until next time, talk to you later.